Her mother stands helplessly by the hood, and then out of nowhere a man pulls over, wipes the grease from his hands, and says, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." What happens next will change their lives forever. And if you stay with me till the end, I promise you, this story will touch your heart in a way you won't forget. So before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this remind us all what love, kindness, and family truly mean. The woman's name was Sarah. She was exhausted that evening, her car stalled on the side of a quiet road with no one around to help. She had just finished her second shift at work, and her daughter, Lily, was in the back seat, hugging her teddy bear and trying to stay brave. Money was already tight, and the thought of paying for a tow truck or mechanic made Sarah's chest tighten with anxiety. She whispered under her breath, "God, please. I just need a miracle." That miracle came in the form of a pickup truck pulling over. The driver stepped out, a man in his late 30s, rugged from hard work, with kind eyes that held a quiet strength. His name was Daniel, a single dad himself. He had been driving home after working all day at his small auto repair shop when he noticed Sarah's hazard lights. Without a second thought, he offered help. "I'll take a look," he said gently, rolling up his sleeves. Sarah's cheeks flushed, partly from embarrassment and partly from the relief of someone simply caring. I don't have much money on me right now," she stammered. But Daniel shook his head firmly. "Don't worry about that. Let's just get you and your little one home safe." As Daniel worked beneath the hood, Lily pressed her face against the window, watching him curiously. Her small voice whispered from the back seat, almost as if she was talking to herself, "Mommy, he looks like a good man." Sarah turned, touched by her daughter's words, though she didn't reply. After nearly an hour of effort, the car roared back to life. Sarah's eyes filled with tears of gratitude. "I don't know how to thank you," she said softly. Daniel just smiled. "Just promise me you'll get it properly checked soon. This car's seen better days." He gave her a friendly nod, ready to leave. But then it happened. Lily, with her innocent heart, leaned out the window and whispered something that froze Sarah in place. She said, "He should be my daddy, please marry him, Mommy." Sarah's face turned crimson, embarrassed, yet her heart raced at the purity of her daughter's wish. Daniel heard it too. He chuckled awkwardly, scratching the back of his neck. But inside, something stirred, something he hadn't felt in years. Since losing his wife, he had closed himself off, pouring all his energy into raising his son, Jacob. Hearing Lily's words was like a spark he didn't expect. Over the next weeks, Daniel and Sarah's paths began crossing again. At first, it was small things, Daniel checking on her car to make sure it held up, Sarah stopping by his shop with coffee as a thank you. Their children, Lily and Jacob, bonded quickly. Jacob, who had been quiet since his mother passed, finally smiled again when Lily invited him to play. Sarah noticed it, and Daniel noticed too. The kids weren't just playing, they were healing each other. But love never comes without challenges. Sarah still carried the scars of being abandoned by Lily's father. She feared trusting again, afraid that if she let her guard down, everything would crumble once more. Daniel, on the other hand, battled his own guilt. He felt that moving on meant betraying the memory of his late wife. There were nights he stayed awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if he was worthy of opening his heart again. One evening, when Sarah's car broke down again outside her apartment, Daniel came without hesitation. As he fixed it under the dim streetlight, Sarah finally broke. Tears streamed down her face. "Why are you so kind to me?" she asked. "I have nothing to give back." Daniel set his tools down, looking straight at her. "Because I know what it feels like to need help. And because I see the way your little girl looks at you. She deserves the world, and so do you." It was then Sarah realized he wasn't just fixing cars. He was repairing pieces of her heart she thought were beyond saving. Their friendship deepened into late-night talks, shared dinners, and quiet moments when their children were asleep. Lily and Jacob often plotted together, whispering about how Mommy and Daniel should just get married already. And slowly, what started as two broken families began to feel like one whole. The turning point came one Sunday afternoon. Daniel invited Sarah and Lily to a community fair. The four of them, Daniel, Sarah, Lily, and Jacob, spent the day laughing, eating cotton candy, and watching fireworks. As the sky lit up, Lily tugged at Daniel's hand and whispered again, "Please marry my mommy." This time, Sarah didn't stop her. Instead, she looked at Daniel with tears glistening in her eyes. Daniel knelt down, pulling both children close. He didn't have a ring, not yet. But in that moment, he made a promise. "I don't know what the future holds. But I do know this, I want us to face it together." Months later, Sarah walked down a small church aisle, Lily holding her hand tightly, Jacob standing proudly beside his father. When Daniel and Sarah exchanged vows, it wasn't just a marriage. It was the binding of two broken stories into one healing, hopeful journey. And in the crowd, people whispered about how a simple act of kindness, a free car repair, led to something extraordinary. So if this story touched your heart, remember this: sometimes the smallest gestures can rewrite the biggest chapters of our lives. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who believes in love, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories. Because just like Sarah, Daniel, Lily, and Jacob discovered, family isn't always about who we're born with. Sometimes, it's about who shows up when we need them most.